Hi class, I'm going to show you how to finish your data table. What I have up on the screen is some pretend data. Obviously it's not quite like yours, but it's some numbers that we can use to work with. We're going to start with the third column, which is the difference column. To calculate the difference, please use your calculator if needed. You will take your beginning mass and your ending mass and subtract the two numbers. If you are not using a calculator, remember to line up your decimals. If you are using a calculator, that's fine. So 4.2 minus 1.6, the difference is 2.6. And 7.3, take away 5.4, we get 1.9. Obviously, your numbers will be different. Remember to subtract the two numbers. 6.8 minus 4.2 is 2.6. And then 5.5, take away 2.1, we get 3.4. Okay? At any time you need to pause the video, please do so you can stay caught up. The next column is the ratio column. This is where we're going to make a fraction. You can see you're going to take the difference, which is the numbers that are in this column right here, and you're going to put them on top. So I'm going to go 2.6, that goes on top, over the total, which is our beginning mass. So in this case, the total is right here, 4.2. Okay, so this will be your number on top. This will be your number on bottom in this column. Let me do another one. 1.9 is the difference over our beginning mass, which is 7.3. So difference over the whole, because our beginning mass really was the whole gum before the mass decreased. Difference 2.6 over the before mass, which is our whole, 6.8. Difference 3.4 over 5.5. Like your data, for all my pretend data here, the mass decreased, and I kind of expect the same probably happened to you with your data. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take the fraction and we're going to make it into a percent. Once again, pause the video if needed, and once again, use a calculator to help you. I'm using a calculator as well right now. Okay, so to do this, you're going to go top divided by bottom. So in this case, let me see if you can see my calculator here. I'm going to go 2.6, which is my top number, divide it by my bottom number, and you're going to get some kind of decimal. Okay? Might be a glare, I'm not sure. And then you can kind of see, you're going to take whatever that decimal is, and you're going to times it by 100. So times 100. And I get 61.9%. I'm going to write my answer down as a whole number. So I'm going to look at the number 9 here, which is the first place after the decimal, my tenths position. If that number is 5 or bigger, it's going to tell this number to round up. So in this case, I do need to round up. It's going to round up to 62%. So you might say, well, what does that mean? What does 62% mean? What that means is the gum decreased by 62%. 62% of the mass was sweeteners or flavorings that was swallowed. That was decreasing the mass. Let's try another one. See if you can see my calculator here. You can see I'm going to take my top number, 1.9. I'm going to punch that in. I'm going to hit divide. Now I'm going to divide that by my bottom number, 7.3. I'm going to get a fraction of some sort. No, excuse me, not a fraction, it's a decimal. And once again, I'm going to multiply it by 100. That's what my directions say right here. So I'm going to times 100. See my screen? Probably a glare once again. 26.0. Definitely no reason to round up here. We're going to keep it at 26%. That looks pretty reasonable too. When you look back at it, 7.3 to 5.4, not much of a decrease, right? Therefore, that number should be smaller. Okay, let's try another one in case you need to see another example. I'm going to take my top number right here, 2.6, divide it by my bottom number. 2.6 divided by 6.8. I'm going to get a decimal. Once again, with my decimal, we multiply it by 100. I get 38.2. I do not need to round up there. I'm going to look at that 2, which is one place after the decimal, my tens position. Since it's less than 5, don't round up. 38%. Okay, so the gum decreased by 38% here, or 38% with sweeteners and flavorings, you could say. Okay, the final example. Top number divided by bottom number. 3.4 divided by the bottom number. 5.5 equals, times it by 100. I get 61.8%. I look at the first number right after the decimal. If it's 5 or bigger, I round up. So I'm going to round up to 62%. Okay, which that kind of makes sense because when you look at this, 2.1, if I double that, that's like 4.2, right? So it should be a little over half. This is more than half gone. So that does make sense. If you need to rewatch the video to help you with your calculations, do so. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.